This is the ballot measure the governor and Democratic-led state legislature do not want voters to decide upon. State leaders asked the Supreme Court of California to strip the Taxpayer Protection Act from the ballot, which brings us here today. For about an hour this morning, the court heard arguments for and against leaving this measure on the ballot. For the legislature and governor, the court questioned the uncertainty they have with the measure and why they think it would be such a major transformation for the government to share this taxation power with voters. For the proponents of the initiative, the California Business Roundtable and other taxpayer groups, the court questioned the broadness of the proposal, how even fees as small as library fines or traffic tickets could be affected by this. Attorneys for the legislature and governor say this measure attempts to change the Constitution in a way that ballot initiatives are not allowed to do and would severely impact government's ability to deliver key services like public safety. The supporters, though, of the Taxpayer Protection Act say California voters deserve to have more power in the process as this state faces some of the highest taxes and cost of living in the country. After the hearing, we caught up with both sides.
For taxpayers who are seeing this happening and wondering, why not make this case to them instead of this court on this issue?
Well, the Constitution doesn't allow revisions to be presented to the voters or to be achieved by initiative. And so our argument is that this is a change in the foundational powers of the legislature and the governor, and that's why it's not able to be proposed by initiative.
What we saw today is that the Supreme Court, I think, is a little hesitant to engage in a pre-election review. They might want to address some of the provisions later, but right now this is about empowering taxpayers. And I think we were particularly incensed at the suggestion by the governor's attorneys that the people of the state of California aren't smart enough to control their own taxation.
The court is expected to make a decision sometime within the next month or so. The California Secretary of State faces a deadline by June 27th to certify the November ballot. Reporting in San Francisco, Ashley Zavala, KCRA 3 News.
Lawmakers, that is, did not take a vote to get involved in the lawsuit. The Democratic leaders of the Senate and the Assembly made the decision to get involved on their own. Legislative records show that taxpayers have spent tens of thousands of dollars on their attorney fees.